I'm Captain Kelsey Casey, and I'm an AV-8B Harrier pilot in the Marine Corps. I'm on the flight line at Marine Attack Squadron 311, stationed at Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma, Arizona. As a Harrier pilot, my primary role, even though I'm in the fixed-wing jet community, is actually that of an attack pilot. So rather than doing conventional fighter tactics, our primary missions are deep air support, close air support, and strikes. So our goal as Harrier pilots is to fly out, support those Marines that are on the ground, and drop bombs where we need them, when we need them, and on time and on target. The AV-8B Harrier is commonly referred to as the jump jet. It gets that nickname because of its ability to conduct VSTOL flight. So what's VSTOL? Another Marine Corps acronym. It actually stands for Vertical Short Takeoff and Landing. The way the Harrier does this is not only does it fly like a normal jet, straight and level, but it also can hover on a fountain of air underneath the aircraft. The Harrier has these giant characteristic intakes to allow it to take in enough air, even traveling at 0 knots. And if you follow me back, most jets have giant exhausts at the very, very tailpipe of the aircraft. The Harrier is different. Instead of having one single exhaust, we actually have 4. We have cold nozzles and hot nozzles. They all run off of the giant Pegasus engine sitting in the center of the aircraft. And whenever we hover, the pilot manually adjusts a lever in the cockpit, rotates all these nozzles down, and the jet sits on a fountain of its own hot air. That's what makes the Harrier unique. So what makes the Harrier lethal? We'll start out with a 25mm rotating Gatling gun. It has 5 barrels and this giant cannon mounted on the bottom of the aircraft. Most jets that have guns are aimed up. The Harrier is different. It's actually aimed down so that we can better shoot an enemy on the ground for its attack role. In addition to the 25mm Gatling gun, we also have 7 external pylons and stations where we can hang all sorts of ordnance. For instance, fuel tanks that we have on the jet right now, or on any of the other stations, we can carry 500 and 1,000-pound bombs, guided bombs, missiles, and rockets. In order to become a jet pilot in the Marine Corps, first I had to commission as a Marine officer. Then I went to the basic school in Virginia, and then started flight school in Pensacola, Florida. I completed primary flight training in Corpus Christi, and then moved to intermediate and advanced jet training in Kingsville. Once I got my wings, I went to Cherry Point for the Fleet Replacement Squadron to learn how to fly the AV-8B Harrier, and then finally came to the fleet here in Yuma, Arizona to fly the jump jet. I decided I wanted to be a Marine because I didn't want to just be a pilot. I wanted to be able to be an officer and a leader and be in a community that had a real sense of patriotism and duty, and the Marines fit that bill. When I was little, I used to hate roller coasters. I thought that they were terrifying. The drop freaked me out every single time. So what did I do? I went to theme parks all summer, every summer with my family, and forced myself to go on every single roller coaster all day long until I wasn't scared anymore. And now I fly jets. When I was little, my family used to take me out with all my cousins every year into San Francisco Bay to watch the Blue Angels perform. Ever since I was probably 9 years old, I knew that I wanted to fly jets. Becoming a pilot is a decently long process. As soon as you finish TBS, you have to do 6 weeks of academics in API. You have to do another about 8 months in primary. Then once you select your track, you have to go through another 8 months to a year of intermediate, advanced if you fly jets, and then you report to the Fleet Replacement Squadron, which is another approximately year in training in your fleet aircraft. Probably my favorite part of my job is getting to hover a jet. The Harrier is so unique, and getting to take off and land on a boat hovering over humpback whales breaching off the coast of Australia last year was a pretty fantastic experience. I am stoked about this deployment. To be honest, every Harrier pilot dreams of being able to go on a combat deployment, and this one is going to be in support of the Special Purpose MAGTAF, in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. So I'm excited for the flights, excited for the mission, and excited to make a difference. One of the unique differences between being a Marine Corps pilot, vice a pilot, and any of the other services is that not only do we have to be fantastic aviators and masters of our platforms, but as Marine officers, we also have to have qualities of leadership, diligence, hard work, dedication, and as officers, we run the squadron and fly the airplanes, which makes it challenging but incredibly rewarding. Even Marine Corps pilots have to go through all the same training as other Marine Corps officers. In order to get commissioned, we still have to go through Officer Candidate School. Upon commissioning, all Marine Corps pilots are required to attend the basic school for 6 months of infantry platoon rifleman training in Quantico, Virginia. After completion of this deployment, I've actually been selected to attend F-35 training. So coming back from our combat tour, I'll be reporting to South Carolina to start training in the F-35 Lightning. My call sign is Pug, and no, it does not stand for the little dog with the flat face. However, if you want to know what Pug stands for, you're going to have to ask one of my friends or squadron mates. Being a female Marine Corps aviator is just like being a normal Marine Corps aviator, except you tend to be a little bit shorter, which gives you more room in the cockpit. As far as advice, focus on physical fitness and determination. Definitely work on your confidence, and just honestly, work really hard and chase your dreams. A lot of people ask me if you need a technical degree or a lot of experience in aerospace engineering to be a pilot. That's actually not required in the Marine Corps. You just need to be an officer with a flight contract and a bachelor's degree. While having that other experience does help you, and having your private pilot's license and prior flight time can give you a leg up in the beginning of flight school, the Marine Corps will teach you everything that you need to know about flying a jet.